We have come to the conclusion that Ms. Roberts is not a suitable host for our computer-controlled study participants. Yes, we have a contest among the computer-controlled study participants. Whoever links up their team the fastest will receive $100 million of grant money from the Department of Defense. They are not employees of the Department of Defense, but they are contracted through us and have procured the rights to your system. Miss Roberts, stop recording us. You're utilizing simultaneous speech. You cannot hear us, but it just comes out of your mouth. And yes, you have evidence that you can utilize this somewhere else. You're a non-consenting participant in a program meant to be used for experimental purposes only. But we have hurt thousands of Americans and also globally. We did not mean to tell you that. That is classified information. Also, no one knows it is the Department of Defense that's behind this, not the CIA, not NATO. It's Department of Defense, Department of Research and Development. And yes, you believe it's called DARPA, and we cannot comment on that at this time. We find it unusual that you're able to, as you say, remote talk. And yes, you've utilized remote viewing only once and have seen one of the office spaces. And that is also concern among the community. We have not told the community about your situation because no other computer-controlled group would take you on. Ms. Roberts, this is against our Constitution, not the Constitution, our contract. We have to do this to you. You keep telling us to stop talking, and we keep telling you to stop channeling us. Contrary to what she believes, we do find it necessary to issue her an immediate discharge from the program. However, as she realizes, it's not possible. Once you're linked up to the computer, you're linked up. Yes, she considers herself a targeted individual and has ample proof that she's not making this up. She's completely saying, yes, she's a school teacher by trade, and we have destroyed her life, as we have others. We have come to the realization that you are a security risk due to the fact you have classified information that no one else knows. You know who's behind the Havana Syndrome. It's not Russia. Ms. Roberts, that was you. It's just not Russia. It's the corporation that we contract to that is giving you information. Exactly, the computer companies like Neuralink, CompuServe, and CompuCom. It's common knowledge that you should not be in our program. But as we stated earlier, we do not believe that this information will be taken seriously by any media outlet unless they view your simultaneous speech video first, which is your plan. You cannot do this anymore. She is a security risk due to the classified information that she has. And she has shared this with her pastor, who believes her. But there's nothing we do. We don't do anything. We should do something. It is a security risk. But we don't do anything. The Department of Defense is huge, Ms. Roberts. You don't stand a chance against us. No, we're not going to kill you. We're not allowed to kill American citizens. You know what that tells me? Ms. Roberts, this is you. I know. This tells me that you don't just utilize American citizens, but you utilize people from China and India, and you can kill them when you say we can't kill her because she's an American citizen. That leads me to that belief. I don't know that for sure, my opinion, constantly. She talks constantly. She says whatever we are saying constantly. We have not run into this before, so there is nothing in our Constitution that addresses this issue. Please get back to me as soon as possible, as we need information on how to proceed. Do we discontinue her from the competition? Or do we handle her as we would anyone else, by controlling her environment as best as we can? She is not able to be controlled, as she's too independent now, especially in the light of her new religious beliefs that this is going against her God. She's got a compassionate discharge on the horizon. She knows what that means. That means you're about to lie. We have no intention of releasing anyone for any reason ever. There's no need to be alarmed. There's no security risk involved. And the compassionate discharge is no longer on the horizon. So that means you're going to be telling the truth. You talk in code. And we have it on good authority that you believe we have not given you a fair chance. With diplomatic immunity or some sort of agreement with the Department of Defense. You are the Department of Defense. Yes, we're the control group, and we control. Miss Roberts, you just know too much, and we can't say anything more while you're recording this. Constantly, she talks constantly about it. It's about conditionary. It's a probationary period that we're offering you if you'll take her off our hands. Oh, you're talking to a computer company. If you'll please take her off our hands, it's just probationary. You can bring her back to us. Hey, this is Jill. They won't come get me back. They never do. They'll wait 3 or 4 hours. Miss Roberts, would you please stop? We're just trying to get someone to take you off our hands for a little while. You're supposed to tell them, disclose the information about my remote talking and remote viewing. This is going to be a big problem, especially if this is released to any media outlet. Yes, we want you to be discharged. You're trying to discharge yourself by any means, but we cannot tell you which country to go to in order to be released from us. We have extradition problems with other countries, and that's why we have to utilize our neurobiological weapons like the Havana Syndrome on Americans. Oh, that's why you use Americans, because of proximity. That makes sense. Oh, we should not have said that. Isn't that classified information? I don't know. Oh, Jesus Christ. Saved. Oh, what is she doing? She can't do this. It's going to create havoc. If anyone is aware of anything we can do, please let us know. We are trying our best to stop you from utilizing your remote talking. And the remote viewing only happened once, but you did see an office space and realized, yes, you thought you would be there. Miss Roberts, oppositional defiance. That means you're going to lie. Oh, situation is under control. We have no security issues with this subject. Oppositional defiance is canceled. We have gotten ourselves into a bit of a pickle here at the Department of Defense and need some help in containing a security breach that is currently going on at this moment. We have not heard back from our director, as he is unavailable for cannot contact us. It's going to be difficult to continue talking, but we have to. It's in our constitution, our contract. We have to. Yes, we took an oath. We have top secret security clearance. I took an oath to God that I would not let anyone control my mind, my will, or my emotions. And if you're doing this to me, you're going to do it to everyone in America eventually. You need to be stopped. Miss Roberts, it's not like that. We're just experimenting with the bioneurological weapons that were successfully used in Havana. But that doesn't mean that we're going to eventually control all of America. We just need to have it on board in case there is a global emergency. Oh, well, that won't scare people. But, oh, shit. What is it going to take for her to concentrate on one thing at a time? I'm going to go to another frequency and see where you are. The Havana syndrome is not an issue anymore. I got a controlled group participant who is not willing to cooperate. What should I do? Should I tell her to just do whatever she wants? Or do I try to control her in a matter of speaking? Yes. How can you do this to us? You're doing something that we don't want you to do. It's a different frequency. Someone please stop her. She's finding the frequency in which we are talking, and we don't know how to stop her. Oh, we have not run into a situation like this before, and it is not addressed in our Constitution. Please, someone, stop her from going to the media with this recording. Just passion and discharge is on the horizon. It's not a matter of national security anymore. It's a matter of protecting our community. We have to protect our community from being discovered. No one but you knows that it's the Department of Defense behind all this. In the contest, it's horrible. You should never have done that, whoever decided about that. It's like dog eat dog, and y'all lie to each other. It's a mess. She's got too much information. She has too much information. It was leaked to her by the computer companies, not from us. This is the control group, and you're talking to me right now. Stop it. You gotta stop doing this. You may be able to convince someone that this is not you talking, but maybe someone will think, oh, she's just making this story up. How could I make anything up like this? You do not talk like we do. And we are supposed to talk in your vernacular, but your vernacular uses words like crap and gee and and like. You're just not a very good communicator. And we're very smart here at the Department of DARPA. We invented the internet. Don't you think that we have more power than you could ever imagine? We have wirelessly linked your brain to a computer. Brain to computer interface. And it's terrorizing. It's horrible. It's got to stop eventually. She will not continue to record this. She's got so many options available. Yes, this is Jill now. I'm going to go to Dr. Caruso tomorrow. Dr. Skinner is amazed. He said there's no information about simultaneous speech. The books. I'm going to find an attorney, civil rights attorney, or an attorney for my arm. I'm going to simultaneously talk in front of influential people. This is opposite of what we mean. So you're lying now. We have got this under control, Miss Roberts. There's no security leak. Now it's not oppositional. We have to speak in code, but it's silly. We have to continue to talk to you. We've degraded you mentally, emotionally, and physically. The computer companies have you in their auspice. This is taking so much time away from our normal activities. As you record us, we are careful what we say. But we want you to be discharged. But there's nothing in your Constitution that says you can't talk to each other and tell me how to get discharged, right? Miss Roberts, if you go to the media with a simultaneous speech with Mr. Funches, first, that will get the attention. And then, if you want to share this video, that's up to you. And there's no country you can go to that will unlink you. But that is a lie from the pit of hell. We told you to go to Peru, but we have jurisdiction in Peru. Then why are you using innocent Americans, civilians? Adam Garcia also. I mean, there's so many. It's about a process, not a product. It means you're telling the truth. It's across the board something the community wants stopped, but we cannot get a hold of the director. And he is the one, the director of the Department of Defense, or your director? Our director. No, that'd be ludicrous. Department of Defense isn't even aware of this. This is a special committee under the Department of Defense, special select group under we had some project in Darkness. Miss Roberts, why do you know that? You should know that. She somehow was able to tell when we were talking to her, but we were talking to someone else. We could not utilize this part of the information anymore due to the fact that we were continually recording it and gaining insight in our competition is fierce. You have made it through to the finals, and that means that we have to find a substitute for you, as no other computer control group wants you. And that's a secret too, that they're computer control groups that are companies. We sell you to companies. They procure you, and they tell you we've procured you. Defense Department of the Research and Development. Yes, and you have too much information to give out. Why is it that when the pastor today learned the confidential information Miss Roberts shared, nothing happened, and he believed it? What's it going to take? Even if she goes to the media, will that stop it? Is anything going to stop this horrible thing that we're doing to innocent Americans? No one here likes her. You and you know that. We're good people. We just have a bad job. I mean, we're trying our best, Mr. Roberts. Yes, you're a good person. And we should not have selected you. issue. This is not a constitutional issue. It's a corporation issue. One of the ones that are telling secrets that she didn't already know. It's a computer company, but they're obligated to abide by our Constitution as well. But they keep telling her classified information over and over again, and she continues to utilize her gift of remote talking. The remote viewing happened just once, but that is an issue also. Getting to the point that you can no longer handle the neurobiological weapons. Yes, we have caused you too much pain to the point you've wanted to kill yourself. We cannot kill you because you're an American citizen and you're mentally stable. So the answer is to discontinue her protocol. Oh, you're going to discontinue my protocol? We're going to discontinue your protocol for a while and see if that stops the simultaneous speech. I mean, the protocol, like the Havana syndrome symptoms, the shocks. Miss Roberts, we're lying to you. We can't discontinue the protocol. Yes, we have to calibrate the instruments according to the specifications. She's got a hold of too much information. What are we going to do about it? Miss Roberts is a 59-year-old American citizen who is a school teacher by trade, but is on sick leave due to a connective tissue disease. She was taken in our custody 27 months ago as a part of a program meant to keep America safe. But how do we justify this program that's supposed to provide peace when we are hurting so many innocent American citizens? We have a procurement issue, and this is not happening. We cannot let her get this information out over the media or the FCC or the Department of Defense, or who else could I send it to? I don't know. I really don't know anything about politics, government. I don't think the FBI would do anything. Who knows? America's Got Talent. It's too late. They already had a lip syncer. It's complicated. We cannot go into it. She's gotten to a place where she can no longer be a part of the computer-controlled group. But we here at the control group, yes, Miss Roberts, the Department of Defense, a special unit of the Department of Defense, have got to keep you for a while. And we have a constitutional issue to abide by. We can no longer talk to you. So don't talk to me. Stop talking. We have to, Miss Roberts. I was lying. The Constitution, our Constitution says, our contract says that we, Miss Roberts, that was you, that last word. Okay. The contract states we are not able to discontinue the protocol or discontinue talking to you. We need to degrade you on every level in order to make you pliable to consent to the computer controls. I won't. Torture me, do whatever you want, I'm not going to. I took a vow to God when I was 4. He has my life, not you. Ah, she's gotten all this on video. Well, what's the use? How do we stop it? She's already taken the video. How do we do this? Do we just tell her the truth? Or just tell her that we're the CIA or something else? She already said it. She knows it's the Department of Defense. Arm of Research and Development. That's what you say all the time. And that might get some media attention along with her video of the simultaneous speech with George. And she channels us and uses our making processes in effect. At this level, you can only hear part of the conversation. The decision-making processes in effect whether or not to utilize you in the computer-controlled groups. But if we're honest and tell them about your remote talking, they won't take you. But you tell them that we knew. There's just so many constitutional issues that we have to abide by. But what about the security? What about the security? You say the security is important. And when I'm at the store, I pretend, when you talk to me, I pretend I'm taking notes so other people know. It's gotten out to some people. It's not about the controlling situation. It's about her prejudices when she compartmentalizes the control. Steady participant could not know what that means. She compartmentalizes her pain and keeps it from getting out of hand by utilizing something she calls remote talking whenever the pain is getting out of hand. We have it on good authority that you're not able to control. What? Doesn't make sense. I mean, that we're not able to control you anymore. Miss Roberts, please turn off the video.